welcome to the Forest Scorpio. This reading is for anyone drawn to these beautifully deep water energies. I'll be asking your guides to illuminate your journey in love and life, plus I'll be seeking out the energy around you in love. A reading is released almost daily, so to get notified, please subscribe and hit the bell if this resonates. Right now I'm going to start off with these cats and see what we have in the forest for you to start off with, and then we'll be seeking out what spirit animal is in the forest for you, and later on in the reading we'll find out what the spirit animal is for the energy around you in love. And sorry these are a little bit late. I have been a bit under the weather, but I'm going to try to get out what I can when I can. And here, let's see what cats we have for you. And if you like this, please hit the like button. We have meeting and empowering. Oh, wow. So it looks like you might have just had this amazing connection come into your life that maybe just hits you on all levels, right? You know, sparking up that crown chakra. Where you're just like, wow, what is this? Who are you? I really like that, you know, and it might have been a bit unexpected, you know, like with this little kitten coming out of the teapot. But I feel like, you know, there's something going on here, you know, and it looks like they're both like interested in one another. Ooh, interesting. Let's see what spirit animal we have for you. And if I do have to pause the video, I do apologize, but we'll see. Let's see what spirit animal we have in the forest for Scorpio. Oh, the sea turtle, that's so cute. That is so neat, you know, since you're a water sign, I really like this. I feel like this is you taking things in stride, you know, kind of maybe deciding like, hey, like, there are things that I want to go do and I need to go do them. And just kind of taking that initiative. You know, sea turtles have these, they are so smart. They have these amazing abilities to navigate the oceans and, you know, go from one place to another. A lot of them, they migrate, you know, from one place to another over the seasons. They go back from one place to another. So I feel like, you know, especially with that card there of like the empowering, like this is you trusting your intuition, you know, it's taking those strides and going out there and getting things done. And I feel like, you know, especially like, you know, like they're talking about this protection, you know, with their shells, you know, knowing that you are protected and that you can take care of yourself. You know, and I like that there are these little fish kind of swimming around too. You know, I feel like this isn't like being like super serious. Like there's a little bit of fun to this, right? A little bit of fun in this exploration, you know, especially with this kitten in the teapot, right? This might be a little bit of a whoa, hey, like this is kind of cool. Let's like go explore this. Okay, so we'll see. What we have here. We're going to be using the Spirit Song Tarot for where you are right now in your journey. I did have one flip over in there. I'll grab it out. Didn't think we'd use these ones for y'all for a while. You have, oh, I love this. The King of Shells, so the King of Water, the Sun, and the Page of Fire. Oh, wow. So yeah, this is you saying, wow, I feel this. Like I was saying, I agree with that crown chakra, right? Like you are in your power right now. You are standing tall. You're saying, yes, like this is my path and this is what I'm going towards. You know, you're feeling all of this happiness around you. And at the same time, this spark, this like, oh, hey, like, you know, putting that little bit of jazz into things. But still maintaining that very like emotionally balanced state, you know. Very cool, very cool. So let's see where you are with the rest of your journey. Have the Ten of Water, the Empress, and Awakening. Oh my goodness. Wow. You have so many major arcana. That's, wow. So yeah, like I was saying, like, especially with this Ten of Water here, like this is you standing in your power. Like I was saying, like, you know, like I think that's really neat that they're just coming back to me with kind of the same energies almost of this like happiness, of this empowerment of yourself here. of seeing what is going to make you happy and then building this firm foundation, taking those steps, that movement. And then, being in this place of, wow, like I've built this. And I feel like this is very, maybe even healing for you with this awakening here. But it's a way for you to kind of like show yourself off, show off like what you've done, and kind of like maybe even show off like where you're going. Let's get some more cards here. Ooh, the Four of Water. I like how this says soul searching and reevaluation. Like, yeah, because you're like, you're putting yourself into something here. And I think that's really nice. You're kind of like checking in with yourself. Kind of maybe looking at things a little bit. Like making sure this is where you really want to be. We also have the King of Air. The Five of Fire. The 10 of Air. Okay, so there's a little bit of conflict. I was wondering, I'm like, this is so smooth. Like, wow. Not that it's bad. That'd be awesome. Like, yeah, let's just stay with that, right? But we'll see. All right. Ooh, okay, so you have, yeah, a lot of energies here of I'm ending the old and I'm moving on with the new. Because there's something here that you've put yourself into. The Empress is all about being this place of abundance. It's bringing this energy into your life of I've put myself into this and I'm reaping the rewards. It's kind of like a little bit of ass kicking, but also that little bit of, or a lot of that like beauty and wonder and grace and, is what I'm getting out of this here. Especially with this like, this hair. It's like a rabbit, but with the long ears. They're found out in the desert usually. And I really, really like that this one is like surrounded by all this like beauty, like surrounded by all of these flowers and the sun is shining behind her because she's trusted her intuition to get her this far. And she has put herself into things and she's worked really, really hard to get to where she wants to be. And now she's kind of able to kind of, sit back and enjoy what's around her. And I especially feel that with this ton of water, and this hair and that sitting there because, this is you saying like I have everything that I need right here, and if I do need something, all I need to do is like wait, and I just need to like be in my power. you know but I feel like there's a lot of blessings, a lot of abundance coming to you, a lot of like newness, especially with this awakening. This might even be energies coming back into you, in like a love situation, possibly with somebody, possibly like a past soul tie coming in saying, hey, like, do you want to like start doing something here? Because I do think it's interesting that you got, you do have the King of Water with the Sun, with the Page of Acorns, like, so this is you, feeling this love around you, and you like feeling it in your heart, but also having that like spark of like, hey, yeah, like I am not, or like I want to be like very happy and go about this in like a very emotionally balanced way, but like also like put that bit of passion into it. Um, it's really interesting because like we go from these energies of like very like passionate and but balanced to this like energy of like wanting to like plan things out here to kind of like want to make sure you're in alignment, checking in with yourself and saying, all right, yeah, this is what I put myself into. Now I want to be able to enjoy that. I want to be able to do this with you, kind of a feeling. The Empress is about fertility, she's about abundance, and anyway, and I feel like with this King of Feathers, especially how this is sitting here, with this lion, he's sitting back with this crown chakra all lit up, I feel like this is a very wise King of Air. And I really like how there's a river going around him, like he's got that little bit of like emotions, like he's not completely foreign to them. And I really like his energy with the Empress. I feel like they really suit each other. It's these energies of kind of like sitting back and enjoying your time together, enjoying all the lessons you've learned and all the things that you've done because you're at the top now. And I feel like this is a really nice energy for you because you are being intellectual about things. You're being logical. You're being kind of like, I kind of like the King of Feathers is kind of like this more cool, calm energy, maybe to the point where he doesn't always say things. He doesn't need to say things because he's at the top and he knows it. um, kind of a thing. And then we do have a little bit of conflict coming in here with the Five of Fire, and this Ten of Feathers, or the Ten of Air here. Kind of maybe having a little bit of a situation here where everyone's not seeing eye to eye. And I feel like you're trying to get all your thoughts in order, all the communication in order here. And this might be about communication, especially since you're in that King of Air. It could be that like you're expecting communication and not receiving it. Maybe you're kind of like, because I feel like with him, like how he's roaring, and there's fire coming off of him. And in this Ten of Air here, we have this, snakes are they're known for being wise. Um, and they're crafty. I feel like this is you trying to like maintain everything, right? Like trying to like settle this conflict, kind of a feeling. But maybe using more brains, maybe wanting to kind of like shout and yell, or but you're in that King of Air, so you're not going to. You're going to say what you need to say when you need to say it, no matter, like, even if the situation around you is like, you're like, nah, man, I know how I feel about this. I know what I think about this. And if you want to get to me, if you want to talk to me, whatever, like, you're going to have to come at me on this more intellectual level, right? Because I've healed this. Like, I don't need this drama. It's kind of the feeling I'm getting, because you're in your power. And if there's conflict here, you're like, yeah, like, I'm going to take care of this in my way. Especially with that Four of Water, kind of taking those feelings and kind of like, all right, yeah, like, let's be chill about this, right? Um, let's focus there. But what I'm noticing is actually, this is actually a pelican, this Ten of Water, and this first shells is a heron. And I know you're probably like, why does that matter? It kind of matters just because, like, you have these energies of, like, of being patient, kind of, you know, and, like, with, like, pelicans, like, they have this, like, really big, oh, I don't know what you call it, like, their beak or whatever, like, how it expands, it can hold, like, all of these fish, and they kind of just, scoop them all up, and herons, they stand there and they wait, and they just wait for the fish to come to them, and I feel like this is you, like, standing in your power here. You're like, yeah, I know how I feel about this, and you are maintaining this, like, emotional balance because um you found happiness here, you know I'll clarify. I'll keep going with this Five of Acorns for you. Five of Fire here to see what about this conflict's about, if there's anything you guys want to say about that, since that can be a hard energy to deal with. Oh my god, was I just saying patience? Temperance. With the Four of Water. Again. So yeah, you know what you're doing. You got this. You're good. You're good. Yeah, like I was saying, like, if it comes to, like, this conflict, you're just like, alright, yeah, like, I see this, I get it, whatever. I'm just gonna have to be patient about this because, you're just, oh, what was I gonna say? I would say, like, it is this, like, patient energy, this, like, yeah, I'm gonna wait for this because this is what matters to me. And like I was saying, with this awakening, how I was saying maybe it was an energy coming back in here with this one. This one, especially, I'm wondering if there is, like, those feelings maybe coming back in again for somebody, or, a situation. Or maybe just, like, even that similar feeling energy is coming in. Um, because of how he's, like, standing here looking at this, like, I want this one cup and only this other cup, and I don't care about all these other cups that are down here. Kind of a feeling, along with this feeling of patience and maybe needing to let something go in order to kind of maintain this balance here. Because the Four of Cups can also, talk about boredom in some cases, or just, not really being able to see all the other options out there because you're so focused on one thing. But I feel like as far as, this conflict goes, or whatever this is with this, the situation, I feel like this is mostly just you're being patient, like, and the universe is saying, all right, yeah, be patient. Like, we see that you feel this way about this, but we're just gonna have to be patient. Like, you do have these energies, like I was saying too, of being calm about this, of like waiting, and like, but at the same time being prosperous, like you're not just sitting around doing nothing, right? You're freaking getting shit done in the meantime, like, and you're doing it in this like cool, calm way here. Because this is like your new start. This is your beginning, kind of feeling like, yeah, I've closed off those cycles and I want to keep moving on, and whether or not this is like a new energy. Oh, I can't. I'm gonna see what that is. What is this awakening about? I'm curious. Is there anything else you want to say about the awakening? Ooh, the Eight of Water. Yeah, like these like emotional energies of my happiness is in front of me. Like I know what my happiness is, and maybe I'm having to kind of maybe leave something behind in order to do that, but my path ahead is what is calling to me. And there's that moon there, about trusting your intuition. Maybe the way ahead of you might seem a bit hard, but but you're feeling this call to go forward, um, because you feel this ahead of you. And I feel like you're doing a really great job at just kind of like, doing this at this like this kind of like zen pace here. And I'm not saying it's slow or anything, I'm not saying that at all. Like I'm not getting that out of this. But I feel like you're going with the flow, like if it speeds up, you're gonna speed up. If it slows down, you're gonna slow down. If you need to wait, you're gonna wait, because you kind of like you got this, how you feel. You 100% do. And it looks like you're trying to come into alignment with that, which is really nice. Like I like how you're doing this. Um, I'll clarify the Ten of Feathers, Ten of Air, the Snake. We have the Ace of Fire and the Six of Earth. Yeah, like this is a new beginning for you. Like you're letting go of those negative thoughts. You're like saying like, yeah, like I've changed how I think about things. I want things to be balanced. I want to go towards this new beginning. Like that fire showed up again. You had that page of fire, like discovery, exploration, like yes, like this is like that seed that you're gonna plant, like you're like deciding, all right, which seed am I gonna plant here, right? Like, or what thing am I gonna do, trying to figure it all out, because you want things to be balanced. You want this new beginning to be balanced. I really like that. You have all this like very harmonious energies going on. So maybe you have like a Libra in your life, or you have that in your chart or something, but maybe even like a little bit of fire, that feeling of like discovery and like wanting to go towards something, and like, but I want to say you're being very wise about it, because this is something you might want to invest yourself in. And you can't necessarily see everything, but it's shining, right? It's a little bit, it's that thing that like gets your heart going, that you're like, ooh, oh, what is this, right? Like, like this might take a lot of freaking work, but I feel this, right? Like I like this, with this energy of balance, And it could be too, just the timing thing, maybe, with all these energies of waiting and balance and whatever, maybe it's just kind of like waiting. Maybe you're, needing to just kind of hang in there for a minute, get everything in order here. But if it's there, this opportunity is there. It's going to show up for you. And I feel like it is going to kind of help balance things out, whatever the situation was that felt unbalanced. Like you have these energies coming and saying, we're going to help you balance this. Like whatever this was, karma, if this was stuff going on, in your relationship or whatever here with that, I feel like this could even be a new beginning with somebody if you want, with this Ace of Fire, where things are going to feel balanced. But again, it's just that energy of like, I'm not doing this old shit anymore. Like, right? Like, I feel this newness in me, and I'm going with the flow, and I know how I feel about this, right? And I'm seeing this opportunity, and it's really, really balanced. I'm putting a lot of patience, a lot of thought into it. Um, you know, maybe trying to work your mind up to this kind of a feeling. so that you can embrace this. I feel like you know it's there, and it might even be giving you some anxiety or something about that. Like, what do I do? What if I can't go towards this just yet? Like, I see this. Is it like, you know, but you have so many energies here, balance. I mean, I just kind of feel like you're doing good. You know, just hang in there. You know, if it's meant for you, it's meant for you. Um, and I think even seeing it there is great. You know. But let's get some cards for the energy and love around you. And then we'll find out their spirit animal. Alright, let's see if we get any more. Oh, jeez, that's like way too many. That was like, no. That was a circus act. We're not doing that, guys. What the hell? Energy around Scorpio and love. So we have the Queen of Water, the Ace of Air, and the Seven of Air. Wow, look at all these wings. I wonder if they're an air sign. Maybe just someone who has a lot of like ideas and creative thoughts. I feel like they see this, right? And you know, I didn't really go into whether or not your situation was like dating or love, or like, you know, I feel like, I guess I mostly felt like this was like just energies, right? Like I didn't feel like necessarily like any, like there might be this might be a new energy coming in here. I'm not 100% sure. This might be just like what you're going through with your person or whatever. I feel like I like this is a general reading. Like I try to make it like for both, you know. But anyway, so for the energy around you, I mean, like, I just, you know, with this Queen of Water, I feel like this person is so balanced, and but they have these like brand new thoughts about this, you know, like, wow, like I can kind of see this, like might be a brand new beginning here. However, there it is a bit challenging for them. They have these energies of, you know, kind of being stuck in their thoughts about it. You know, again, like timing issues possibly here, and they're sensing that, you know, they might have communicated it or not. I'm not 100% sure, but they do have this, but they are that energy of love, right? They are this Queen of Water, you know, um, who is very receptive, very intuitive, um, very loving, gracious, kind. They love to take care of others. um and I just feel like with these energies that are going on here, they might just be struggling a bit at the moment. Like they see this too, right? I feel like you have the Ace of Fire, so maybe you're feeling this a little bit more in your gut than they are. They have the Ace of Air. So I mean, I feel like they are a very loving person, but it could just be bad timing because they're mostly feeling this. I mean, they feel this, but I also feel like this is their energy as them as a person, right? Because their thoughts are, I see this as a new beginning. I see the possibilities, but damn, it's gonna take a lot of work because I have some shit going on. Sorry, I don't know why I said it like that. But yeah, there's just something going on here. They do see this with you in particular. I mean, that's what I feel like this ace is. You know, I feel like this is that possibility, that, you know, that seed that just blossomed, that thought like, oh, wait, hey, you know, like this is a new thing here. Like I like this, but oh man, then they start chasing their thoughts about it, you know? And they get stuck in their thoughts about it. Even though they are very loving. Um, but you know, they just might have just some stuff going on in their life right now. You know, they have these energies of kind of maybe even trying to maintain on the outside a little bit of that, you know, kind of demeanor like you're doing, you know, kind of like that cool, calm energy, but really they're just like, oh, geez, I have too much going on in my thoughts, in my head. I don't know what I'm doing. But on the outside, they might not come across that way. They might not actually be communicating these feelings with you, and it might kind of feel like something's up with them because you're like, I feel this, or like, I know intellectually, like, logically, I know that you see this and you feel this too, so you might be a little bit feeling confused about it. You know, I feel like maybe they're a little confused about it as well. You know, maybe it was something that was unexpected, regardless of whether or not you've known this person for a long time. Um, but anyway, let's try to get a couple more cards here. Give a card, a couple more cards for that Seven of Air. Oh my God, they have Awakening. Jeez. This is known as a hanged man in other decks. It's an it's an energy that is a little bit mirroring yours here of I need to wait, I need to look at things differently. Like I'm not seeing the full picture here and maybe I don't like what I'm seeing, that's how I'm feeling with this one. With this darkened sky behind them. It's saying I need to pull myself out of this because I need to look at things another way here. I don't like how I'm thinking about this. I don't like how I'm feeling about this. Maybe their intuition is kind of like kicking off, but like, saying, hey, like check in with yourself, right? Like, I need to look at things here. Like I was saying, like maybe if they do have other things going on here, it could be that they just need to kind of like reassess the situation, reassess how they feel about it, because there's something going on that they're like, hey, I need to take a closer look at this. But it's also that like pausing, that all right, like I'm gonna stop what's going on here, right? Like I said, like with them chasing their thoughts, so it might be a lot of like energies of like not moving maybe with them right now. But I feel like they kind of want to do take off. They do see this. I feel like they've just been thrown for a loop. They have like it's so funny with this merry-go-round. Oh geez, I guess you can't see this. I'm sorry. Put these up here for you, right? With this merry-go-round, right? And then this awakening. So can you imagine like you're stuck in your thoughts, right? You're going around in circles or whatever this energy even is of just like I am not really being 100% upfront with how my thoughts are about things, right? Whatever the situation is. And then you get to this point where you're like, all right, well, I'm going to stop and I'm going to look at things differently. And then maybe you hop back on that merry-go-round and you stop and you look at things differently. And then, like, it's like, it seems very exhausting, right? It seems like very tiresome. It seems like something was going on and they had to like look at things a different way. They had to kind of stop and pause and get off this merry-go-round. But I almost wonder if like that's why they're on the merry-go-round, because things keep looking differently and they keep maybe changing their minds about things. Or maybe trying to decide like what they want to share, what they don't want to share. Like maybe trying to decide how open they want to be in the situation. Like maybe trying to divulge how much they want to share with you. Kind of a feeling. How much of them they want to share with you. Ooh, I kind of think that's it, honestly. With this, I keep focusing in on this. It's important to be yourself. I've never read that on there. Like so. I wonder if maybe they're just not comfortable showing you everything they are right now. Maybe they're just not comfortable sharing all their thoughts and all the energies they're bringing with them, because there's something going on that's has just not feeling very sturdy. But I do feel like they are, also, like I was saying, very loving, very patient, kind. Um, and I do see that, and they do see this. They do see this new beginning here. Where, like I said, it's just challenging, but they are open, they are receptive to love. Um, Maybe not quite open sharing themselves, sharing their thoughts, but open with how they feel, or at least they know how they feel. Um, they might be that kind of energy that's more prone to like showing how they feel rather than saying it. But maybe their own thoughts are just tripping them up too. But there's something going on here with these energies, right? Of like patience, of um, going towards something that feels better for the both of you. Embracing who you really are. But anyway, let me get a card for their spirit animal. Try to wrap it up here for you. What is the spirit animal around Scorpio in love? What is their spirit animal for their journey? You have the sea turtle. Let's see what they have. Ooh, they had two. Should I take them both? Should I just take one? Take them both. Oh, the loon and the puffin. Oh, the puffin just came out for Cancer. That's funny. Aw, they have birds. That's cute. So you're both in the water. But they have wings. Oh, wasn't I saying air sign? Maybe, 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 maybe. Right? But they are really good. Oh my god, I love this loon with this queen of water. Like, how perfect is that, right? Trusting your intuition. You know, listening to your soul, listening to your feelings. With this partnership. Like, I'm wondering, because loons, they are, I like how this one they have like all this like little birds in the background. And this one, they're with a partner here. So it could be maybe they're struggling deciding who they want to let into their life. Like I was saying, like maybe who they want to let into their bubble here, because the loon, like if you read it, it talks about solitude. I don't really feel that for loons. I mean, I've seen them in real life. I guess they're alone. I mean, but a lot of birds are alone sometimes, right? Like they kind of just go do their thing. They fish, and then they go back to their nest or whatever. Um, but in this one, it's surrounded by family. So I wonder if maybe they're struggling with that a little bit. Maybe they're an introvert and they're kind of like, oh, well, how do I do this thing with still maintaining my own identity, with still being who I am? Because I do feel like they are playful and I do feel like they are open to, maybe working with others here, with that puffin. Maybe trying to be like a little bit more playful, maybe even embracing like, hey, maybe some days I need to be alone and kind of listen to my thoughts. Maybe some days I want to go out and have fun, kind of a thing. At least that's what their spirit animals are saying or encouraging, if things are getting too busy, too hectic, stop, be playful for a little bit. Go, maybe take a minute to yourself or check in with somebody, go do something fun, you know, um, for yourself here or with somebody else, to maintain that balance of harmony. You have a lot of like energies of harmony here, which I really like. So yeah, it could just be like maybe they're just struggling with some stuff that's going on around them, trying to find that balance between taking care of themselves and also reaching out and kind of being playful and finding that, that energy. Um, anyway, so yeah, you had the beautiful sea turtle swimming out of the depths for you, Scorpio, in the forest today. Kind of like saying, hey, yeah, like we're going to find our path here. We're going to trust our intuition and seek things out because we feel this, right? Like I was saying, how you feel. But yeah, these beautiful sea turtles swimming along the shores, with their beautiful multifaceted shells just glinting in the sunlight and glowing, bringing this harmony and this movement to the water, exploring the depths. And then we have, floating out around them, coming out in the energy and love around you, is this beautiful loon and this puffin, kind of like the puffin's waddling out and getting in the water with his friend, and the loon's kind of just, floating maybe with a flock of other loons, and one maybe comes out on its own, to kind of say hi. Maybe trailed by a bunch of little babies, these energies of playfulness and understanding when you need alone time, you know. But also like maintaining that playfulness and that friendship. Both of these are about maintaining your own identities and feeling that love and protection, trusting your intuition and working together. Anyway, I hope you have a great couple of weeks, and I will talk to you later.